Welcome back. We should finally be leaving Rodent. At long last. I mean, we've kept them waiting long enough. They've held the airliner for a while now. We really should get going. So let's finish off the few NPCs we've got left here at I wanted to say Bose Rodent. That's not at all. The third bridge, anyway. With the Rodent patrols done, I'm back to my normal duty. It was pretty nerve-wracking over there. By comparison, it's nice and peaceful here. Just being here mellows a guy out. This place is pretty peaceful. Just being here mellows you out. Fishing Rodent was worth doing, but I feel like I'm better suited to this place. Oh, fair enough. The patrol of Rodent was one heart-racing moment after another. Our range of sight was awful. I could barely see my own feet. Do I have feet? Yes, I have feet. I'm really glad we made it back in one piece. You did a good job, Hey, Estelle and Sherazade. Sounds like all the credit goes to you guys again. With your help, Luke's even regained consciousness. No, we didn't do anything. It's all because you were there to keep the city safe, Mr. Ashton. Thank you. Your words are a credit to my men. I'll be expecting more good things from you in the future, Braces. If we all join hands and act in unison, this peace should be stronger than ever. Well, we'll be sure to do that after we leave. And keep up the good work, Ashton. I'll be expecting more good things from you in the future, Braces. We'll join hands and act in unison, this peace should be stronger than ever. Cool. What is that? Some kind of vase? A bucket? An Erebonian spy? Who knows? Right, so off we go to the Pears little farm, which is the next screen, I believe. It's that thing I was like, it's settled in my memory now. I know it's marked on the map. There you go. It's like, yay, there we go. It's finally settled in my memory. We also need to check the mine at some point. Ah, there you are. Oh, Estelle and Sherazade. Seems they're in your care again, and not long after that monster hunt from before. I'd heard from Father Kevin that apparently this is all thanks to you. No, I've still got a lot of work to work on. This case made that pretty clear. That's enough humility from you. It's the unique privilege of the young to be able to reflect honestly on their mistakes. Be sure you treasure that feeling. We are in your care again. And not long after that monster hunt from before, huh? Having braces like you around really is a huge help, though. That's that done. What? Ah, Estelle and Shera. Hey, Theo. How are you feeling? Fine, totally fine. Kevin told us all the details. I just can't help but cause you worry, huh, Estelle? But you don't need to worry anymore. Everyone's just fine. Yeah, I'm glad. I really am. I was a bit surprised when I woke up, though. The guy, Kevin, was right in front of me. So it was how I thought it'd be, where they were sort of like, wait, who are you? What are you doing here? Yeah, I can see how that might be a little surprising or freaky. It's not as if he is what you call a common look, yeah. Yeah, I didn't believe he was a priest at first. But he really looked after us. We didn't really get a chance to show it, but we're very, very thankful to him. He even played with the kids before he left. Aw, Kevin. Really looked after us, right up until the last minute. Really thankful to Kevin. For protecting us, he also looked after the kids. We really owe him big. Like, it's just lovely. Father Kevin sure is nice. It was fun talking to him. And he played with me too. He's kind of like Joshua. Father Kevin sure is nice. Hey, Estelle. When I woke up, there was this really weird priest, and I was kind of scared. But he was actually kind of fun. And he had a really cool weapon too. Especially for priest. For a priest. I hope he comes by again. Sure was funny, I hope he comes by again. Okay. There you are. Thanks for coming, you two. I know how much we owe you. As my way of saying thanks, please accept this. It's our own special blend of tea. Oh! No, I couldn't. Oh dear, Kevin's the one who did all the work, Mom. You're just like him. That priest said the same thing, but he went away with 5 boxes of tea. Did he now? It's not as if we're strangers, you know. You don't need to be so formal with me, Estelle. When you're being offered something out of the goodness of someone's heart, there's nothing at all wrong with just taking it. Go ahead, Estelle. I understand you're just trying to be polite, but this is Hannah. She's not going to judge you. Yeah. Okay then. Yes. When you get tired, drink that and it'll put some spirit back into you. Wow, thanks, Hannah. It'll also calm you down. Thanks indeed. We appreciate your thoughtfulness. It's the least I could do. If you have the time, please do come by and visit again. For as young as you are, you're remarkably good at holding back your true desires. But sometimes it's more polite to give it and tell people what you want. Just close your mouth and accept what you're being offered. No buts. Right, so we just need to check in on the mine now. Probably just one guy saying, like, you can't go out down in the mine. And that'll be it. But, no, you gotta be sure, haven't you? You gotta be sure there could be like a massive scene there for all I know. I don't want to miss anything. I've already missed bits here and there. But it's sort of like, yeah. I want to try my best. Whenever I think about it, whenever I remember not to run into the enemies, I'll do that. Yeah. It's like, yeah, I'll just go check it. Like, the one thing I won't do is go up to the top of the tower. It's like, yeah, maybe not. I know she was there at the beginning of this chapter, but it's still like, that's a long way up just to check if there's a scene. And I don't think there would be, because there's no reason for there to be. Still feel like we're going to go there in future, though. But right now, there's no need for us to check it out, you know. Hey, Braces. Boss is finally coming back. It means we'll be able to return to work. So, sorry, but we can't let any non-miners in right now. Sorry, can't let you in. Starting work again as of today. There you go. At least we spoke to whatever his name was. I didn't even check. I ran straight at it. It's one of the things where it's like I'm almost in my head. When I see the red dot, I'm predicting it's going to move. So I'm planning my, like, course of action based on it moving. Like there. I stopped because it moved. But I didn't expect it was going to. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. You know. Right, so. Let's go see what's going on. At the landing port, we've got a few people to speak to. I'd imagine we'll wait on Alan there. The airline is gone. Finish checking in. If you intend to ride on one of the regularly scheduled ships, check in with Alan at the reception. Oh god! Oh god, it left without us! Oh god! We'll have to wait for the next one. Finish checking in. Oh no. Oh no, we're gonna be late. Oh no. Finally back in business. Good to be busy around here again. The Cecilia herself must be pretty fed up with waiting around too. Hope it flies hard and strong out there today to make up for lost time. Hope she doesn't haul too hard and burn out her engine. Don't say that. Stop jinxing things. Hey, Estelle. Heading out already? You mean already? You just came home. We can't stay around for a while. Yeah, sorry. It's kind of a lot going on. Once our current job's done, totally intend to come back and take a load off for a while. You really should. We'll be waiting. Anyway, your tickets have already been paid for by Ina. Ready to check in? As always, we should wait for the ship once we check in. You have any other business in Roland before we go? Let's fly. Alright then. I'll give the guild house a ring and call the other members of your team. Estelle's team checked in for their flight and waited for the airship. We're finally off to Boise! I assume there's going to be something to do with a dragon. Who's that guy at the back? Oh yes, it. that sort of thing. It's like, I'm torn because it's like, I want to have Olivier in the group for obvious reasons. I want Chloe to be in the group for obvious reasons. But I want Zin as well. Like, all three. I see. So now we have a gospel influencing people's minds, using the fog's particulate matter as a medium to exert mental control over a large area. Oh, that settles one question at least. Excuse me, Professor. Cassius, you old dog, good timing. Escaped Leicester, did you? Yes, I finally managed to finish a bit of work. I thought I would stop by and see how you're holding up. Holding up what? I got shelves for things. What's this? A report from your granddaughter? Yes, just arrived, express from Roland. Thanks to Tito's report, I'm quite certain of my theory now. About the gospel, I'm assuming. Yes, though it's ultimately still a hypothesis at this point. I've gone over it again and again, both on paper and with the Cabal, though, so I'm reasonably sure of this. Shall I go over it? Absolutely. Right then. It's the thingamajig, isn't it? Like, oh, yes, I understand. Right, cool. So, what we've been calling the Gospel's orbital shutdown phenomena. Tell me, what do you think it is, based on what you've seen and heard? It's an effect that occurs to any orbital device located near an active Gospel, chaining from one device to another. And it renders these devices inert while a Gospel is active. That's how it seems to me, at least. Half right, half wrong. What you're describing is closer to the Ouroborous anti-sept. That shorts out the internal quartz circuits of an orbit to temporarily suspend its functionality. The phenomena generated by a Gospel, however, is fundamentally different. It's shifting it. It steals all the orbital energy formed in an orbit down to the very last joule. Going in joule? You measure it in joules? I don't remember this. So it's more of an orbital absorption phenomena then. Yes, to make a comparison to a combustion engine, it's like siphoning out the petrol. I'm surprised they went with petrol, in terms of the translation. That's strange. But wait. Unless I badly misunderstand physics, that means the Gospel should absorb and store all that power, correct? Good eye, lad. You've noticed a very important fact. So I've measured a Gospel after it absorbs energy, but the Gospel does not actually hold any of it. Like I said, it shifts it. Not even a single EP's worth. Is it possible the energy is being vented into the wider environment? No, not at all. The energy disappears completely, utterly. Quite possibly thanks to thermodynamics. Okay, so you go with the thermodynamics, alright. So I'm just thinking, like, based on certain things that were said here in Cold Steel 3, of a certain professor there, when he was talking about, like faster than, like how transmissions are being sent at the speed of light. Like instantaneous, or well, faster than the speed of light, so being sent instantaneously, so like quantum teleportation of information, all that type of stuff. So that's where my mind's going there, in case you're wondering. It makes sense if you know what I'm on about, by the way. But it's like, Furthermore, these new Gospels Estelle's group has been encountering, every time they're encountered, they cause unbelievable phenomena that even our best orbital engineering can't explain. It's unclear how they're causing such effects, but I can say one thing with confidence. And that is, they're too small. I can say with absolute certainty that any device enabling such massive effects could not fit into the palm of one's hand. Even if the society somehow possesses technology centuries ahead of our own, nothing that small could contain that much potential energy. I think I'm starting to see where this is going. Saying the Gospels must be terminals then, access points of some sort. Exactly. The only function the Gospel unit itself has is the ability to manifest an abnormal warp in the local orbital field. That warp then resonates with any local orbital devices, expands and draws energy from the devices. The energy then disappears through the warp. Oh no, it doesn't disappear. So I'm just thinking, because we know what's going to happen, obviously, like I've said, you know, I know pieces from later games. So the entirety of Liberl's orbital energy is going to disappear. We know this. So that's going to then be redirected through this warp to a certain location, which is going to reveal this giant thingy that I don't want to mention at this point, even though I know what it is. But you know, just boom, it's going to appear, isn't it? It's intriguing. Intriguing. Well, no, it does not disappear. It is sent elsewhere. And whatever is located elsewhere is capable of causing these impossible effects we've seen. You know, I hope I'm misunderstanding this. I'm afraid you get a passing grade here, old friend. The Society can use the gospel to draw out and spread the power of whatever this thing is. Spreading the influence of a mysterious force. No wonder the Society named them gospels. In that case, the nature of this thing bothers me. As you said, even if it's an orbment out of our purest fiction, or as far as that goes, I'm afraid I have no real clue. I've thought of a number of possibilities, but that would be pure speculation at this point. Now, Cassius, I will ask you the same question I asked you 10 years ago. We're in quite the pickle. What do you need me to do? The exact same words as when I asked you to develop the patrol airship. Well then. The key, I think, must lie in this warp the gospel creates. Russell? Can you develop some kind of plan or method of stopping the resonance and the spread? Thought you'd ask that. I'm just about done with my current invention anyway. I'll get to work as soon as I'm done with that. And so it's just that thing again, it's like I don't think it's connected to the whole like quantum teleportation of information that we learnt about in Cold Steel 3. It's just the idea of trying to understand the physics of this world. So we've got the thermodynamics. I can't say it for some reason. Thermodynamics. Conservation of energy, that sort of thing. And we got essentially quantum physics. We've got light speed and all that type of stuff. So it's the physics are very, very similar to ours. Very, very, very similar. We've got inertia and stuff like that. So it's Falcom are the ones to pay attention to these little details, and they're going to be important. So it's yeah. So they brought up thermodynamics to point out the energy is being transferred. It's not being destroyed. You can't destroy energy. Good to know. It's just what other scientific principles are applied to this world similar to ours? And that's what's going on in my head. Just thought I'd update you on what my thoughts are doing right now, you know. Bose Market is a dreamland for anyone who likes to shop. I've heard even the manager of the Adele department store is a fan of the Bose Market. I think the pilgrimage journal my husband wrote talks about that. Bose has been absolutely peaceful for a while now, it seems. Even the Liberl news says nothing of note's happened. Yeah, wait for it then. That's something to be happy about, at least. Well, I'm sure their market isn't quite peaceful, at least. It's that sort of thing. There's a dragon. And we know who found the dragon. They're gonna do bad things with the dragon. Really, child? My daughter keeps saying she wants to eat at the Antelo's restaurant in Bose. Must be nice to be a child, so innocent, so unaware of prices. Children are so innocent and clueless about money. True. Bose has a really famous restaurant in it. Oh, I know. Mummy, let's go eat there. Yeah, right, Olivier. Estelle. At last we return to Bose, the land laden with memories of our first meeting. It makes my heart swell to return to a place of such sweet nostalgia. Shocking as it may be, I don't have to agree on the heart-swelling memories bit. Although, as I remember, you were kind of rude back then. You said I wasn't attractive and made fun of me like a schoolboy. You must understand me, my fair rose. I would only display such cute bashful behavior in order to hide feelings of love unabated. Yeah, I'll bet that's it exactly. Sure didn't waste any time putting moves on Shera, as I remember, or Joshua. Well, putting that aside, as you stand now, your beauty is incomparable to what it was then. Yours is a supple, healthy beauty, with a maiden's gentle virtue. Indeed, you have grown, Estelle. Oh, thank you. When you put it that way, it's kind of embarrassing. Please don't say it like that again. There's no shame to be had in virtue, Estelle. Still, you have but only begun to climb the ladder of adulthood. Should you wish to ascend even higher, I would be more than happy to assist you. No, thank you. If I was ever in a position to ask anyone about that sort of thing, I'd be a million times better off asking Shera. Ah, a pity. The things I could teach, though Shera would be the one to... I'll remind you that I have a very large stick. Oh yeah. Olivia, you were put to sleep there too. Did you dream like I did? I suppose I did. Yes, Huh? Is something wrong, Olivia? Well, I was simply thinking that it was a shame. You see, in my dreams, I was in the company of peerless, beautiful maidens who took shapes verily blessed by Helios. If you had not awoken me, Estelle, I could have done this and that, and perhaps fate has willingly stirred me at your arrival. Well, would you care to discover that which can only be conceived in dreams? Remember what I said about my stick? I can always put you to sleep with it. Forever. No, I'm sorry. For the love of... Still, Olivia's eyes were so... sad for a moment. What did he dream of? Ah, you needn't make such a face, my sweet. Huh? In truth, it was nothing special. Simply a memory of my boyhood. It's like, and yeah, knowing his past, it's like, aww. Dear Mueller showed up in it, for example. I see. Why the heck couldn't you just mention that from the start, you perv? Now, Hungerbone becomes you, Lady Estelle. Speaking of both, I remember that lovely mare and her handmaiden with the cool gaze. I shudder at the thought of meeting them again. It's like... I definitely feel I benefited there by knowing his story. Because it's like, I can imagine what the dream was about, and it's like, aww. It's probably mentioned later, but it's still like, aww. Poor Olivier. Like, knowing what the dreams are like we saw Estelle, and it's like, it would be of his mother. It would be. Hello, Estelle. Hi, Shera. This is where you went. Oh, wait. Do you want to be alone for a bit? Oh, this is unlike you, Estelle. Why so reserved? You went to ask about Luciola, right? Yeah. She says we met a long time ago, but I don't really remember her at all. I was wondering what she was like, and if you could jog my memory. Let's see. Where to begin, then? We have to begin with her stage name, I suppose. Luciola the Bewitching Belle. You could show her audience illusions by dancing while using bells and fans, thus bewitching them, you see. Hers was the centerpiece performance of our little circus troupe. The one that really brought the audiences in. Illusions. She used an orpiment to make... No. She used something she always called illusion magic, which is apparently some kind of very old non-orbal art. Lucioli was from a family with a tradition of working that art. Was. People who fall in with a travelling circus like ours tend to be one of two kinds. People who had cause to abandon their previous home and families, or people who never had such things to begin with. Lucioli was one of the former, and I was the latter. I was about 7 years old when Mr. Harvey and his band took me in. Back then I was little more than a street urchin living in the slums of a city. Pickpocketing, petty theft. There was little I wouldn't do to try to survive. It's a lovely hat. The ones who reached out a hand to me were the troop's leader, Mr. Harvey and Luciola. They taught me, the little girl who couldn't trust anyone, the warmth of her family. And they taught me all sorts of skills that let me earn a place for myself in the troupe. Dancing, beast handling, tarot reading. Luciola taught me all of it. But then, 8 years ago, Mr. Harvey died in an accident. Without his leadership, we all just drifted apart and went our own ways. I had been planning on staying with Luciola, but soon after Mr. Harvey died, she simply told me there was something I must do, and vanished. Hopeless and lost for the first time in years, I turned to the one remaining man in the world whom I still trusted, Cassius. As you might suspect, that was Cassius. He'd already begun working as a bracer. You know the rest, I imagine. So that's what happened. No idea you'd gone through something like that, though. The reason I aimed to become a bracer at first was to improve myself. I wanted to be able to live and prosper on my own. Show Luciola just how far I'd come once she'd returned. And it has been 8 years. Perhaps that was enough time to re-examine my reasons. Shera. Don't make that face. Like Zin said, don't intend to simply fight her without saying a word. I want to hear Luciola's story from her before doing anything. Have to know what possible reason could have made her associate with the society. Yeah, that sounds good. I've got your back, Shera. I'll do anything I can to help. I know I can always count on you. Still, you've grown quite a bit, haven't you, Estelle? What? That's kind of sudden. I always thought of you as being exactly what I'd expect of Cassius's daughter. I don't think that's quite right or fair anymore, though. What do you mean? Your strength isn't quite the same as Cassius's. Cassius has a heart as deep as the ocean and strength like a relentless wave. But you, Estelle, your strength is like the sun. You shine and make others shine just by being near them. What? My Estelle, you shine like the sun. Aw, it's just... Again, this is like the sprite work here. It's like, just that little smile she has there. That's why people are attracted to you so easily. It's what I like the most about you, and I know Joshua felt the same way. I don't think you need to feel any pressure to live up to Cassius, is my point. Yeah. You really are my big sister, Shera. You always know how to encourage me. Thanks. You're very welcome. Not saying you should return the favor, mind, but you really should drink with me sometime. Now that you're a full bracer, you better learn to handle your liquor. How is booze related to... You know what? Never mind. I don't want to know. Aww. I'll be back in my seat once I've enjoyed the wind a little more. Make sure you're all buckled up before we land, Estelle. Lovely. Right, so I'm going to end this part here, and we'll continue the tour around the airship in the next part. Not half an hour.